I wrote 2 books. The first book was about my first big year in 1987. In 1987, Debi Shearwater, who does also a sensational job of running trips out of Monterey and other parts of California, she, I think, runs the best trips of anybody. She's got more experts on the boat. She may have 6, 8 experts, all in different parts of the boat, and they're all looking out there trying to get birds identified, and they are qualified people, really good. So you don't miss anything on a Debi Shearwater trip. In fact, I'm going on one next month out in Central California, out of Monterey. But anyway, Debi in those years, in 87, so we're talking about 24 years ago, Debi was very much in love with whales, dolphins, and porpoises. And all her trips, if somebody on the boat would say, "Oh, there's a whale blowing about 2 miles away," the big blow in the air, she would stop the boat and chase over after the whale. So you did it once, you did it twice, but this was so regular with her that it became, at least from my own perspective, annoying. I really didn't want to chase whales. It was all right, but it was limited with me. So when Debi was chasing after some whales this one time, being proactive as I am, I go around the entire boat. We had like 50 people on the boat. And I asked every person, would you prefer birds or whales? And I get a vote of 47-3. And I go to the captain and Debi, who's standing next to him, and I present the results of my straw poll, or whatever you want to call it. And I say, can we start now going after birds? The captain says, I work for her, pointing to Debi. Debi lets it be known she ain't going to have some upstart like Sandy Komito changing anything. It'll go when she tells it and where she tells it. End of discussion. So I was a little annoyed, or maybe a lot annoyed with Debi, but there was nothing I could do about it. And we were barely speaking to one another for the next 2 years. But after that, I realized she's the only game in town that I want to deal with. And I think she did some mellowing also. But you know, you never want to admit it until afterward, and then you back off a little without giving satisfaction to the other party. I understand it. I accepted it. We've since become friends all over again. But Mark, in his book, wouldn't let that happen. See, that's where the fact changed to fiction. But it's not such a bad thing. The point is, though, it's another one of my things, and this is something that happened 11 years before this 98 book. But he would often take things from previous years and previous events and try to meld them into the story. What this new movie is, as I'm told anyway, I haven't seen it, but the studios have said it's a comedy. This is not a nonfiction like I originally had, like the other 2 guys who participated had.
And the book is a comedy as well.
It's humorous.
Yeah, I should say it's humorous, yes.
See, the book is humorous, but there are too many things in it originally which were slanderous and so forth, which no longer made it funny, especially if you're the brunt of the comment. And I can take it and dish it out with the best. But this was just mean-spirited.